don't even know how this gonna go today, you hear me? I got so many things that inspire me. But first off, I want to say salute to the light workers, salute to the tarot readers, or tarot readers, however you know it. Salute to the Reiki healers, the energy workers. Salute to the healers. Salute to anybody who do spiritual work for the benefit of the people and not what we may be receiving from the people. You hear me? Salute to those of us who do it from the heart and not for the money. You hear me? And salute again. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. And I was just reflecting while I was doing my cleansing ceremony, bathing, showering, whatever you know it as. You hear me? But as a part of my present spiritual walk, I try to do everything with intention, because that's the magic. You hear me? It ain't no magic. It ain't no magic if it ain't no intention. And we are the magic. But how many of us do things with intention? So I made an intention to acknowledge us, because it don't take nothing from me to do that. You hear me? It don't take nothing from me to acknowledge you. And I say that because we can give ourselves an excuse, or we can give ourselves the truth. Now, some of y'all may have heard me say that before, but we all been given something. And truth is different. Truth gonna be different for each and every one of us at different levels of our growth. You hear me? And in reflection of that, I was thinking, because I just read Exodus, and then I read Egypt, and then I read Egyptians as far as consciousness. And then previous to that, we went through Moses. And I found myself a lot of times when I was reflecting on the story of Moses, the biblical story of Moses, I remember, I ain't read it in some years, but I remember that when Moses came into conscious contact with the Most High, and he started being given his assignment, he made all a kind of excuses according to the reason, or he gave all kind of excuses as to why he wasn't good enough to fill the assignment that he was chose for. And I found myself resonating with that clearly, because if nobody wants to be the bearer of what feels like bad news, but all bad news ain't bad. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. I'm gonna say it again. All bad news ain't bad, you know? And everything that feel good to us may not sound good. Just like everything that's good for us that we eat may not taste good. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But what do you have that they don't? See, because Moses had something in his character that all those people, that he was going to be a bridge to help walk through into the promised land. Even though he didn't walk through, Moses had something in him that the rest of them did. So we all been given something. But what have you been given that they don't? Now, they can be her, they could be him, they could be she, they could be him, or they could be them. But what do you have that they don't? What do you have inside you that they don't? You hear me? And even if they do have it, it's not going to look like, it's not going to sound like, it's not going to feel like what the Most High put in you. You hear me? I say that because anybody who not growing in your life will try to hold on to the version of who you used to be, because that's who they still are. If you don't listen, you're going to miss it. Anybody who not growing in your life will try to hold on to the version of who you used to be, because they not. And to clean up, to clear out, physically, whether it's your house or in the spirit realm, you got to get your hands dirty. You hear me? Sometimes you're going to have to get your hands dirty. And in reflection of that, I'm thinking of something I heard my spiritual sister True say, you know, snakes don't hiss no more. That's right. Snakes don't hiss no more. That resonated with me so deep when I heard her say it. Snakes don't hiss no more. They call you sis. They call you bro. Hey bro, yo sis. You hear me? Snakes don't hiss no more. They call you sis. They call you bro. They call you aunt. They call you auntie. They call you mom. They call you pops. They call you niece. They call you nephew. They call you cuz. Snakes don't hiss no more. You hear me? The ugly truth better than a pretty lie. But this is an ugly truth that a lot of us ain't willing to accept. And because of what we so used to, what we so accustomed to, you know, especially those of us, those family over everything, those family over everything type of people. I used to be that type of person, family over everything, good, bad, or indifference. I'm going that back, and if needed, go to war for you. Man, I had to cut that out a long time ago, you hear me? I had to cut that out a long time ago. See, the truth, different, at different levels of growth, you hear me? And when you outgrowing things, when you outgrowing people, when you go outgrowing places, it's gonna let you know, some way, some shape, or some form. But if you're the same person, I'll say, but on the inside, something has changed, then I salute you. You hear me? That means you never let your heart close up according to the experiences that you had to endure. And that means you had to believe in your vision when nobody else did. That means you had to believe in your vision when nobody else do. That means you had to believe in you. You hear me? And I salute you for that, because I had to too. You hear me? And at the same time, that means you had to cut off a whole bunch of mofos who don't. You had to cut off a whole mofos who won't. And so forth and so on. Anything that didn't serve your higher good. See, because truth hit different at different levels if you're growing. You hear me? I say that to say, or the sum of what I just said is, our whole journey is intended to get us there. And if it's getting you there, I salute you. If not, something or someone probably don't trick you off your path, you hear me? By getting you out yourself. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. To the Cosmic Consciousness, Soul Control, Family and Soul Tribe. We're going to be short today. It's just some things I just wanted to speak on. Big energy in the building, you hear me? And when big energy in the building, we in the building. You hear me? I'm only a messenger for those who see me in they self. That's how I knew or learned to know the difference. So hopefully something that I say, wherever you may be at in your journey, you hear me? Because we ain't got to be in the same places in our journey to travel together. Walk with me. So wherever you're at in your journey, I encourage you to keep growing. You hear me? Keep your heart open. You know, because a closed heart can't receive. A closed heart can't receive nothing to be a matter of fact. A closed heart can't receive knowledge, which is unseen. And a closed heart won't even be able to receive a book, which is seen. That's just to show us the two extremes of what I mean when I speak on a closed heart. You see, because everything not seen and everything not unseen. You hear me? But in this world that we in, we get to have the experience, or we get to have the best of both worlds. And sometimes you got to be able to keep one foot in and one foot out, as I'm doing today. Because I don't usually like messages like this, but anytime I'm given an assignment, I got to take it and allow myself to be used as I'm going to be used. Wisdom is acquired by listening, and that takes discipline, because we all got something to say. With all that has been said, it won't always be like it always been if you're not still being what you used to be. And I say that to ask us a question. What are you willing to break through for your breakthrough? What are you willing to break through for your breakthrough? And that's an important question to me, because our greatest relationship that we will ever have will be the relationship that we build and establish with ourselves. And regardless of who we find ourselves building relations with on any kind of level, that's what we will have to bring to the table. You hear me? And if you're aware of that within yourself, you will know how to be aware of that in the different relations that we establish with people in different places according to different things. Because truth is different at different levels. We'll be able to be more mindful and more watchful of what's really being brought to the table. You hear me? Because you can't eat with everybody, and that's not in the physical sense. But your greatest relationship would be the one that you have with yourself. And do you already know how hard of a lesson that is to learn? You hear me? Even for me sitting here saying it and making it sound so easy and so fluid in the way that it comes out me, man, that was one of the hardest relationships for me to learn. Why? Because I naturally love people. You hear me? But in order to correct the family dynamic that I came from, I had to see it for what it was and not what I expected it to be. That may relate to some people, you know, and it may not. I remember a time when I say that because I remember a time when even I myself thought I was operating at my highest in low frequency shit too. You hear me? And though I might have appeared like that to my peers, inside I always know what it was. You hear me? To be able to sit here and do what I'm doing today. You hear me? I see a lot of things that spark healing and shine a light on the hurt, waiting to be healed. I'm gonna say it again. I see a lot of things that spark healing by shining the light on the things that still need to be healed. And the reason that I say that, because if you're changing, and if you have made change, people not always gonna be proud of you. But that's the very reason that you may need to cut their ass off. You hear me? Because as I said earlier, anybody who not growing in your life will try to hold on to the version of you that you used to be, because that's the version of you that they used to, and more than likely the version of you that the version of they self that they still stuck in. Otherwise, what was the acquaintance built on? Where did the acquaintance come from in the first place? I couldn't keep doing the same shit. Because it kept getting me in the same shit. The same shit will keep you from doing something different. The same shit will keep you going through the same shit. I don't know who need to hear this. But I couldn't keep doing the same things because it kept getting me in the same shit. So, in order to do something different, I had to stop playing with myself. And anybody who don't stop playing with anybody who don't stop playing with oneself, you also know that you have to stop playing with the people that you entertain. You hear me? Because everybody ain't gonna accept the changes. Everybody ain't gonna accept the growth. Everybody ain't gonna accept the maturity. And they may not never tell you that. See, you're gonna have to pick up on it energetically. You're gonna have to pick up on it through discernment. You're gonna have to pick up on it through intuition. Cause ain't nobody gonna tell you that. You see? And most people that's in that place, they wanna keep you there with them. Why would they want you to grow? We hear all the time, misery love company. You hear me? But in my view of that, misery don't love nobody. You hear me? It just needs something to entertain it. You heard? We all been given something. And anybody who not growing in your life will try to hold on to the version that you used to be. Don't let that happen to you. You hear me? They almost got me. They almost got me. I've been through hell and back a whole bunch of times, you hear me? But they almost got me. You don't listen, you're gonna miss it. I just came through to spark some imagination, to activate the imagination. They say imagination not real, but how we get here? How we get here? If imagination were real, cosmic consciousness wouldn't even be a thing. You hear me? But it started in the imagination. Walk with me. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But as I said, if you're the same person, but something on the inside has changed, I salute you. That means you never let your experiences close up your heart. And you're doing good when you don't feel bad about yourself. So everybody part of this star system, I just came to give us some reflections to reflect on. Because in this star system, everybody could shine. You hear me? And every star system consists of a constellation of many stars. So I salute those who joining me on this travel, who joining me in this journey. You hear me? Stay encouraged, stay inspired, stay motivated. Feel good for no reason at all. I know it ain't the easiest thing to do. You know, every day has its challenges. Every moment has its challenges. And we don't know what's gonna happen in the next few minutes, you hear me? Or in the next few moments, you hear me? But how we respond gonna make the difference, you hear me? Who you be in the moment that anything happens is what's gonna count the most, you hear me? Because if you can get through the conflict, it ain't no defeat. Sometimes we just gotta turn around and look back in the direction that the light is shining. And don't keep going into the darkness, like we see my man doing right here. You hear me? He only in conflict and defeat because he continuing to go into the darkness with his head down at that. So that means he can't even see what's coming his way. You heard? So he bound to bump into some more shit on his way down, with his head down. You hear me? But heaven take a whole lot of hell to get to. You hear me? And once you get there, you don't want to go back down there. I don't have an emoji for the day, but I'm thinking of one, family. Fire, 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 fire. Put some fire in the comment section. Cosmic Consciousness Soul Tribe know what to do, but we do have new subscribers. We do have new members in the building. New subscribers. I do a raffle at the end of the month. If you subscribe, because I see a lot of people coming in, but I ain't seen the subscribes. You must be subscribed in order to participate in this raffle, because I can't overlook the family. I'm gonna say it as much as I need to say it. You hear me? Because learning is repetition. But you must be subscribed. Watch the video. Place the emoji in the comment section, which will be a fireball. You hear me? As simple as that. You know, your Goku, Dragon Ball Z, fireball. You hear me? Other than that, feel good for no reason at all. Because feeling good is feeling God. You don't need a reason to do it, but if you don't have a reason to feel good, find one. Find your best memory at any portion of your lifetime, and then use that to get in that frequency of feeling good. And then it's gonna take discipline to hold it. You hear me? But other than that, family, it's hump day. I got in here late. I'm hungry. I've been doing a lot of things, using a lot of energy. So I need to get some nourishment for myself. And remember, you can give yourself an excuse, or you can give yourself the truth. I just came to share a little bit with those who rock with me like I rock with y'all. You hear me? My name is Saiwoo Da God. I love y'all. Thanks for the likes, shares, new subscribers, the comments, the salutations, peace out, woos, those who drop jewels in the comment section. I appreciate y'all, because it helped those who go into the comment section and give them something that they make a feed off. Everybody count. You know, like I say, everybody get shine. You hear me? Other than that, man, we gotta just keep doing it every day. I love y'all. My name is Saiwoo. Peace.